Evening, everyone. It's Wednesday night, a few minutes after 6, and this is your closing comment. And I'm going to show you something tonight that we haven't seen in a really long time, and that is the chart on the screen. Bitcoin down on the day. How does that even happen? Made a high yesterday at 48,885 and a low today around 43,950. So as Bitcoin goes, it's been kind of tame. But again, as I said, a rare down day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, and a move from 34 to 48, almost 49,000. 15,000 on 34,000. So, not much, just 40%. In any event, market today was kind of mixed. The Dow finished up just under 62. NASDAQ down 35, 0.25%. S&P pretty much unchanged, down $1.35. The Russell down 16.5, was the big loser, down 0.72%. And the transports did nothing, down $5.37. So we also had some economic numbers this morning. CPI, excuse me, up 0.3%. Expectation, I guess, was for up 0.4%. And the core CPI, ex energy and food, for those of us who neither eat nor drive, was flat, unchanged. Mortgage apps were down 4.1%. But I want to get into a little something before I give you all of these earnings and price moves. I'm in kind of a quandary. Chairman Powell came out and said he's going to remain dovish and that we need it. And we need it for inflation and we need it for jobs. So I look at the market and I see a market that is up dramatically. And so I'm in kind of a quandary. Which is it? Is it good or is it bad? Powell seems to think it's bad, but the Fed, of course, has very limited positive information that they have put out, and they have absolutely no experience with being right or wrong. GM had earnings today, and they were a beat. And the stock closed at $54.88, down $1.18. It actually was a little weaker earlier this morning, pre-market, and at the open. So here's my question. They claim that there's a chip shortage, and I understand that, and things like that happen all the time. But was it really necessary to buy $11 billion worth of stock in buybacks when they could have been putting $11 billion into, I don't know, some joint venture with a chip manufacturer who, might have solved their problem completely? The reason I bring it up is because everybody deals just in time. And as far as I'm concerned, just in time kind of sucks. Just in time means that you have to be reliant on everybody in your supply chain. And for example, maybe the Chinese are part of your supply chain, depending upon what you manufacture. And things get bad there, or things get bad between us. The other just in time that I have a problem with is with the Congress and the Senate. Just in time means they wait till the very, very last second, and even then, past that, and the government has to be closed down because they just couldn't get it done just in time. I especially remember 8 or 10 months ago when the problem with China first really erupted, that they make a great deal, most in fact, of all of the parts, the building blocks, to an awful lot of medications. My CVS let me refill things early just to make sure I had them. So I'm thinking just in time sucks. Okay, Uber continued to lose money. They beat, even though it was a loss, they beat in earnings with a smaller loss than expected. They missed on revenues, and the last time that they reported earnings, they gave us a whole big song and dance about how Uber Eats was going to be the savior. Um, their bookings were up 130%. Didn't help them make a dime. They still continue to lose money. The stock, which closed 63.18 before the earnings came, traded down to 60 and a half, and currently is 61.18, and that actually is up $1.47 day by day, but clearly down a buck and almost $2 since the 4 o'clock close. Coca-Cola beat. The stock was actually up 88 cents this morning, and it finished down a dime. The reason I'm giving you this morning's numbers is because most of these reported before the open, and we did get to see some action in them. Cisco beat. Stock closed 47.24, down $1.26 or 2.6%. Not terrible. This morning it was down 2.30, so it came back halfway. GM I already gave you. Twitter, which beat dramatically. This morning was trading at 64, up 417, managed to close the day 67.77, a new all-time high, up $7.90 or 13.4%. Lyft, who has not gone into the food delivery business and is just selling rides, beat. The stock was 63.04, and that was up 6.40 this morning. Tonight it closed 56.21, still up 2.57. And Zillow, who, in case you missed it on Saturday Night Live, you should go back and go on demand and watched it, beat top and bottom line. The stock during the day, which had a tremendous run, but during the regular trading hours, it closed 164.70, down $4.02. Of course, once they saw the earnings, the stock turned from 164 and change, ran to 182, and the last was ran to 188, and the last was 182.67, up 14 or 8.1%. And MGM beat on earnings by a couple of cents, missed on revenues. The stock had closed at 36.47 and is currently trading 36.16. So no big surprise there, and no big movement there. So in front of us, as I said, we have the Bitcoin chart. Amazing. It actually can go down. But I want to show you something else, because I think I've been pounding the table on it for a while here. Gold today was up $5.20. It's just reopened, and it's up to another $2.40. But I want to show you the chart, because I want you to see the characteristic of the chart, and that is it topped out here. This was in November, early November, and it topped out again here around the same price in early January. But the overall look at the chart is really nothing overwhelming. I mean, it ran up and then came back down here. But the bent of the chart is, at best, at worst even, at best slightly higher. The new chart that I'm going to show you is the platinum. And I show you the platinum because while gold was up $5.20 today, platinum was up 10 times that. It was up 52.70. And here's the same time frame that we were just looking at. Let's even take it an extra year. Where we came down, as did everything, in early March. But look at this. This is at worst sideways, clearly at best moving from the lower left to the upper right. I mention this because it's the same thing with the silver. The silver's been underperforming the platinum. Platinum traditionally sells higher than gold. It is often, or was often, said that you can't have a bullish gold move without the platinum going along. So this is where we are. We continue to go higher. I have a couple of platinum stocks that I have absolutely pounded the table on and, in fact, traded a couple of times. My favorite one is Platinum Group, and that is PLG. And I will show you here what it's done. We had it before. Let's go to a daily because this is more recent, the activity that I'm going to show you. We were in it in this area in the $2.80 to $3 to $4 range, and we sold it up here on the test around $6. We came all the way back down on this sell-off to $3.55, and we have been buying it since then and bought it recently. My recollection is $4.39 and one other a little bit higher. But you can see this has a very long base that it's come out of. I would go back even further and show you it's had a hugely long base. And when things start to trend like this, and the metals definitely trend, the weak dollar is pure precedent setting that as the dollar goes down, metals go up. Anyway, that's about it for tonight. And I'll be back first thing in the morning. And we are slightly short the market using the UVXY calls. Have a good one. Don't forget to subscribe.